Good morning students. Today we are going to see the continuation of chapter 1 number systems. Previously we have seen rationalized number between two rational numbers, irrational number on number line, real numbers and the decimal expansion, and representing real numbers on the number line using successive magnification. Today we are going to see about two concepts. First concept is operations on real numbers. Second one, loss of exponents for real numbers. First concept, operation on real numbers. Operation means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Here we are going to discuss about how we have to perform the operations when we have the real numbers in square roots. If the square roots are like terms means we can add easily. Suppose if the square roots are unlike terms, we have to write as it is. Now we will see the identities related to square roots. First identity, root PQ. Here P and Q are two terms are in multiply. We can write the root separately for both the terms. Okay, so our answer is root P into root Q. Second identity, root P by Q. Here the two terms are in divide. We can write the root separately both the terms. Okay, so root P by root Q. Third identity, root P plus root Q into root P minus root Q. Here we can apply the identity A plus B into A minus B is equals to A square minus B square. If I apply root P whole square minus root Q whole square, we can cancel the root, so we can write the answer as P minus Q. Fourth identity, P plus root Q into P minus root Q. Here also we can apply the identity A plus B into A minus B is equals to A square minus B square. Here A value is P, B value is root Q. So if I apply the formula P square minus root Q whole square, we can cancel the square and root. Therefore answer is P square minus Q. Fifth identity, root P plus root Q whole square. We can apply A plus B whole square formula. A square plus 2AB plus B square. Here A value is root P, B value is root Q. Root P whole square plus 2 root P Q plus root Q whole square. We can cancel the square and root. Therefore our answer is P plus 2 root PQ plus P. We will see the exercise 1.5. First sum. Classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. In that first sum, 2 minus root 5. 2 is a rational number. Root 5 is a irrational number. Here 2 minus root 5 value is 2.2360. It goes on. It is a non-terminating, non-reoccurring. If I subtract means what will get? Okay, I can able to subtract the 2 alone. So remaining is 0.2360. Okay, it goes on. So the decimal expansion as given in the non-terminating and non-reoccurring. It is an irrational number. Therefore, whenever we are subtracting the rational number and irrational number, we will get irrational only. Third sum, 2 root 7 by 7 root 7. We can cancel root 7, numerator as well as denominator. Then you will get 2 by 7. 2 by 7 we can express in the form of P by Q. So therefore we can say it is rational number. Fifth sum, 2 pi. We know pi is a irrational number. While irrational number is multiplied with the 2, what we will get? We will get the irrational only. Second sum, simplify each of the following expressions. First one, 3 plus root 3 into 2 plus root 2. Here they are given that two expressions are in multiply. We have to multiply. How we have to multiply? Each expression has two terms. I am going to take the first expression. in the first expression, the first term is 3 has to multiply with the second expression, and second term has to multiply with the second expression. Then we will get 3 of 2 plus root 3 plus second term is root 3. The root 3 has to multiply with 2 plus root 3. Then we have to remove the bracket. So 3 into 2, 6. Then plus into plus plus 3 into root 2, 3 root 2 plus root 3 into 2, 2 root 3 plus root 3 into root 2. Here both are in the multiply, but both are in roots. While multiplying, what you will get? Root 6. Fourth question, root 5 minus root 2 into root 5 plus root 2. Here we can solve in two methods as like previous sum, or else we can solve it in the by applying identities. Okay, a plus b into a minus b. Okay, I will solve by previous method itself. Here we have two expressions. Okay, first expression has to multiply with the second expression. So I will take the root 5 has to multiply with the root 5 plus root 2, and minus root 2 has to multiply with the root 5 plus root 2. If I multiply means what you will get? Root 5 into root 5, 5. Then plus into plus plus root 5 into root 2, root 10. Then minus root 2 into root 5, root 10. Then minus into plus minus root 2 into root 2, 2. Then we have to add the like terms. Here what are the like terms are there? Root 10 and minus root 10 are the like terms. Then 5 and minus 2 are the like terms. If I subtract 5 minus 2, you will get 3. Then root 10 and minus root 10 both are like terms with the opposite sign, will get cancelled. Previous class we have seen the root 2 and root 3 on number line. Here we are going to represent root 4.3 on number line. First draw the line, make a line segment. AB is 4.3 centimeter on number line. So both the ends, one end is A, another end is B. Mark point C at the distance of 1 centimeter from B. Draw the perpendicular bisector to AC for to find midpoint. Intersecting the number line is midpoint O. Draw a semicircle on AC while taking O as center. Making an arc at B on both sides. Make an arc from right and left arc which intersect. Draw a perpendicular to line AC passing through midpoint B. Let it intersect the semicircle. Fifth sum, rationalize the denominator of the following. First one, 1 by root 7. Here rationalize the denominator. Rationalize the denominator means our denominator should be in the number, not in the square root. Okay, we have to remove the square root. How we have to remove the square root? We have to go for the conjugation. Okay, conjugation means whatever we have the denominator, we have to multiply numerator as well as denominator with the same number. Here 1 by root 7 is there. So I am going to multiply with the root 7 in numerator as well as denominator. If I multiply, what I will get? 1 into root 7 by root 7 into root 7, we will write 7. Therefore our answer is root 7 by 7. Second one, 1 by root 7 minus root 6. Okay, here also we have to find the rationalize the denominator. How we have to rationalize the denominator? Previous sum they have given in denominator only one term. Here they are given the two terms. Whenever they are given the two terms in the denominator, what we have to do? Okay, we have to go for the conjugation. The conjugation should be the denominator. If they are given in the minus, means we have to write both numerator and denominator have to write in plus. If the denominator are given in the plus, we need to write it as minus terms. Okay, so 1 by root 7 minus root 6 has to multiply with the root 7 plus root 6 by root 7 plus root 6. If I multiply 1 into root 7 plus root 6 by root 7 minus root 6 into root 7 plus root 6, it gives root 7 plus root 6 by, here denominator we can apply a plus b into a minus b formula, is equals to a square minus b square. So root 7 whole square minus root 6 whole square. Next, the root 7 plus root 6 by 7 minus 6, which gives root 7 plus root 6 by 1. Next sum, third, 1 by root 5 plus root 2. For rational denominator, previous sum the denominators are given in the minus. Here the denominators are given in the plus. Then how we have to take the conjugation? We have to write the conjugation numbers in the negative. So 1 by root 5 plus root 2 into root 5 minus root 2 by root 5 minus root 2. If I multiply, what you will get? Root 5 minus root 2 by, we have to multiply these two denominators. Denominators a plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. If I apply this formula, you will get root 5 whole square minus root 2 whole square. Then after cancelling the roots, you will get root 5 minus root 2 by 5 minus 2. Then root 5 minus root 2 by 3. Next concept, loss of exponents for real numbers. Already we have seen in the bridge course itself. We'll just go through some of the concepts here. Okay, whenever the numbers are given in the exponents or in multiply, what we have to do? First we have to check whether the bases are same. If it is the bases are same, what we have to do with the powers? The power should be add. The formula is a power of m into a power of n. Here a is base, both the bases are same. Then we need to add the powers. So if you add the powers means what will get? A power of m plus n. Next loss of exponents is a power of m of power of n. Whenever if we have, for the power we have another power means what we have to do? We have to multiply those powers. So we will get a power of m into n. Third one, a power of m by a power of n. Here bases are same, it is in divide. So in the divide means what we have to do? We need to subtract the powers. Okay, therefore you will get a power of m minus n. Next, if the bases are different, powers are same means how we have to write? Okay, a power of m into b power of n is equals to a into b whole power of m. Fifth one, a power of 0 is equals to, whenever the degree is 0 for any numbers, okay, your answer is 1 only. Then a power of 1, we can write it as a. Then 1 by a power of n. Here the a power of n is in the denominator. If I want to bring it to numerator means what we have to do? We need to change the sign of the power. Then we can write it as a power of minus n. Next, exercise 1.6, find 64 power of 1 by 2. You have to understand one concept. Okay, whenever they are given in the loss of exponents, okay, the base always should be a prime number. Then only it will be helpful for you to solve the sum easily. Here 64. 64 is not a prime number. So first we need to make it as prime number. How we have to find the prime number for 64? By applying prime factorization. Okay, so 64 we can write it as 2 power of 6. So 2 power of 6 whole power of 1 by 2. When we have for the power another power means what we have to do? We need to multiply. If I multiply means you will get 2 power of 6 by 2. We can cancel in 2 table. So our answer is 2 by 3. Third sum, 125 power of 1 by 3. As I said earlier, first we need to try to bring it as prime number. So 125 by using prime factorization, we can say 5 power of 3. The 5 power of 3 of power of 1 by 2. We can multiply the powers 3 into 1 by 3. We can write 5 power of 3 by 3. We can cancel 3 by 3. Then you will get the answer is 5. Second question, find 9 power of 3 by 2. We need to make it as prime numbers. 3 power of 2 of 3 by 2. We need to multiply the powers. If I multiply the powers means 3 power of 6 by 2. I can cancel the 6 and 2. If I cancel means you will get 3 power of 3. Third sum, 16 power of 3 by 4. First we need to make the base as prime. So 16 by using prime factorization, we can write 2 power of 4 whole power of 3 by 4. We can multiply the powers 4 into 3 by 4. If I multiply means 12 by 4. We can cancel 12 and 4 in 4 table. If I cancel, what you will get? 2 power of 3. Third sum, first one, 2 power of 2 by 3 into 2 power of 1 by 5. Here the base are same. We need to add the powers. Okay, but the powers are in the fraction. That too unlike fraction. So what we have to do? We need to convert it into like fraction. For that, we need to take LCM for the denominators. Our denominators are 3 and 5. If I take LCM for 3 and 5 means you will get 15. So we need to make it as like fraction. First term 2 by 3. If I make it as like fraction means we need to multiply by 5. Numerator as well as denominator. We will get 10 by 5, 15. Second term 1 by 5. The 1 by 5, the denominator is 5. We need to make it as 15. For that, we need to multiply 3 in the numerator as well as denominator. Then it becomes 3 by 15. Now 2 power of 10 by 15 plus 3 by 15. If I add means you will get 2 power of 13 by 15. Third one, 11 power of 1 by 2 by 11 power of 1 by 4. Here the exponents are in the divide. What we have to do? We have to subtract the base. Okay, the base are in the fraction. That too unlike fraction. First we need to take the LCM, then have to convert it into like fraction. So denominators are 2 and 4. If I take LCM for 2 and 4 means you will get the LCM as 4. So both the denominators we need to convert it into 4. Here 1 by 2 is the first fraction. We need to convert into like fraction. So I am going to multiply by 2 on numerator as well as denominator. Next one is 1 by 4. Here denominator already in the 4 only. We need to multiply by numerator and denominator by 1. If I multiply, what you will get? You will get 2 by 4 for the first one, 1 by 4 for the second one. Now both are becomes like fraction. If I subtract, you will get 1 by 4. Therefore our answer is 11 power of 1 by 4. Students, write the sums what we have shown in the video, and we have given some sums for to practice. Kindly write all the sums in the classwork. Thank you.